Hello, I'm trying to make in this tutorial a quick demonstration about how to achieve a good motion blur in a roto without using any motion blur node. So I did a quick roto here in this clip. If you check the original, I extracted it from this movie. So as you see the movement of the person here. So this is the end result. It still needs some fine-tuning. I still see some wibbling if we check here and here, but this is only for tutorial, so I didn't spend a lot of time on fine-tuning. So how did I achieve this result without any feather, without any node? I only, without any motion blur node or any extra thing, I only did roto. I have two Bezier shapes here with the motion blur activated activated. Also, if we check the settings here, I have the motion blur on 3%. By the way, if you cannot control this, you click on shape and then you come back to global, and then you can see you can increase and decrease the motion blur steps. I kept the shutter on the as is 0.5. So if we come back and we can compare between the plate and the shape, so more or less I managed to achieve the motion blur, and it's not as complicated as some of the artists think. So how I did this. So I'm gonna do a quick demonstration. I'm gonna try to make this movie as short as possible. We'll try not to exceed 8 minutes. So what I did, I'm gonna put this on the side. I'm gonna put a Roto Node, and I quickly show how I did this. So what I did is I selected a frame where I see the movement of the leg in the most stable position. So this can be a good position. And I did the quick roto. I selected the Bezier, and then I tried to put as the point that I would need. I try not to go very detailed in my drawing. It's not necessary in this step. All you have to do is put enough points. So the next step is, and this is very important, to place your shape all the way, all the way. So from frame 1 till the end. So if we check here, I have till here almost same. Alright, so now if we check from the beginning, this is our shape, is moving all the way from the beginning till the end. This is very important step. If you don't do this correctly, you will have issues and later on while finalizing the roto. A lot of people, they go directly fine-tuning the edges. This is a mistake. I believe you should do this before. because you will be able to keep your points at the right position. For example, if I select this point and I go back till here, my point is always on this part of the on this part of the shape. It's not gonna be here or here. So when you do this step correctly, you have no issues in placing the points at the right position. The next step is fine-tuning. Fine-tuning is I think everyone can do it. It's not a big thing. So I'm gonna go and show you what I've done. So this is after fine-tuning. These are the frames that I've done. Not a lot of frames. Let's see. It's a very good ratio. And I managed to get my points, my motion blur. So if you check, more or less I have the correct motion blur. See? So what happens here, I placed my points in the middle of the motion blur. So when you want to place your points, place them in the middle, not on the hard edge, not at the outside shape, in the middle. Talking about motion blur, how motion blur works. Motion blur works, actually it's what we don't see from the shape because of the movement, because of the frame rate of the movie. So what we see is the movement of the shape, but the shape is there actually. And to prove that, I did this small setup to show that if, for example, we look here, I did basic Roto shape, and I will let it play, and then we'll talk. Alright, so now if we look here, alright, you see here the motion blur. So what I did, I played it. Let's play it on slow motion, frame by frame. So you see here the motion blur, how big it is. So if I ask you to rotate this shape, what you will do? Let's increase we make it global, and then we make this at 5, just to make it more smooth. So if I ask you to rotate this shape, how will you do a rotate? How you will manage to get all the information here? So let's go backward and see what I've done. Actually, there is a shape here that I only animated, and as you see, if we go back here or here or here, the shape is in the middle of the motion blur, from here till here, from here till here. So to have the core here, edge, you have to place your shape in the middle. So basically, here also, the motion blur is, but the shape is the same. So the shape is not changing, is the same throughout all the plate, but the motion blur is changing, the core position is changing, but the shape is the same. So this is a proof that when you want to place your points when there is a motion blur, you just place it in the middle of the motion blur to get the exact motion blur and have but you have to keep your shutter on 0.5, and you can increase the motion blur steps or decrease it. You can also try on shape. I don't know if it's gonna change a lot. Let's see. I can see like a little bit steps on the gradation. So here I managed to increase motion blur. Let's try if I do this. And I put 5. So I have also the same thing, same result. You can go both ways, it works. So that's it for now. This is how I do my rotos. It works all the time, and I hope it was helpful, and good luck guys.